Hello, teacher.
Hi, Larissa, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, so let me start today's video. We're going to watch a video about news. So it's about how to choose your news. No, it's related with
Hello, teacher.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Right.
heard you.
Let's start. It's a 4-long video. Let's start.
How do you know what's happening in your world? The amount of information just a click away may be limitless, but the time and energy we have to absorb and evaluate it is not. All the information in the world won't be very useful unless you know how to read the news. To your grandparents, parents, or even older siblings, this idea would have sounded strange. Only a few decades ago, news was broad-based. Your choices were limited to a couple of general interest magazines and newspapers of record, and 3 or 4 TV networks, where trusted newscasters delivered the day's news at the same reliable time every evening. But the problems with this system soon became apparent as mass media spread. While it was known that authoritarian countries controlled and censored information, a series of scandals showed that democratic governments were also misleading the public, often with media cooperation. Revelations of covert wars, secret assassinations, and political corruption undermined public faith in official narratives presented by mainstream sources. This breakdown of trust in media gatekeepers led to alternative newspapers, radio shows, and cable news competing with the major outlets and covering events from various perspectives. More recently, the internet has multiplied the amount of information and viewpoints, with social media, blogs, and online video turning every citizen into a potential reporter. But if everyone is a reporter, nobody is, and different sources may disagree not only on opinions, but on the facts themselves. So how do you get the truth, or something close? One of the best ways is to get the original news unfiltered by middlemen. Instead of articles interpreting a scientific study or a politician's speech, you can often find the actual material and judge for yourself. For current events, follow reporters on social media. During major events such as the Arab Spring or the Ukrainian protests, newscasters and bloggers have posted updates and recordings from the midst of the chaos. Though many of these later appear in articles or broadcasts, keep in mind that these polished versions often combine the voice of the person who was there with the input of editors who weren't. At the same time, the more chaotic the story, the less you should try to follow it in real time. In events like terrorist attacks and natural disasters, today's media attempts continuous coverage even when no reliable new information is available, sometimes leading to incorrect information or false accusations of innocent people. It's easy to be anxious in such events, but try checking for the latest information at several points in the day rather than every few minutes, allowing time for complete details to emerge and false reports to be refuted. While good journalism aims for objectivity, media bias is often unavoidable. When you can't get the direct story, read coverage in multiple outlets, which employ different reporters and interview different experts. Tuning into various sources and noting the differences lets you put the pieces together for a more complete picture. It's also crucial to separate fact from opinion. Words like think, likely, or probably mean that the outlet is being careful, or worse, taking a guess. And watch out for reports that rely on anonymous sources. These could be people who have little connection to the story, or have an interest in influencing coverage, their anonymity making them unaccountable for the information they provide. Finally, and most importantly, try to verify news before spreading it. While social media has enabled the truth to reach us faster, it's also allowed rumors to spread before they can be verified, and falsehoods to survive long after they've been refuted. So before you share that unbelievable or outrageous news item, do a web search to find any additional information or context you might have missed and what others are saying about it. Today, we are more free than ever from the old media gatekeepers who used to control the flow of information. But with freedom comes responsibility. The responsibility to curate our own experience and ensure that this flow does not become a flood, leaving us less informed than before we took the plunge.
All right, guys. So let's just start. Will you try summarizing the video in 3 ideas, please?
Okay, the video talk about the news. First, talk how in the past can know the news.
All right. Yes. And maybe learn about the news.
Okay, yes, in the paper. And now, how I say it? A través de.
Through. Through, etc.
Through. Okay.
Through.
Now, through the websites, magazine, the social media, the television channel.
Yes. TV. No?
Channel, yes, in TV. Talk about information if it's true or false. That.
All right, great. So it's very easy to find information online. It not always is true, right?
Yes.
A lot of fake. So let me go with the first question. Could you read it, please? Number 2.
Do you watch the news? If so, how often? Yes, I watch the news in the TV and every day with my family in the lunch.
At lunchtime?
Yes, lunchtime.
All right. And do you have
Okay. At lunch.
favorite TV channel maybe, or?
We usually watch Unitel channel.
Okay, awesome. And how long do you watch the news? An hour, 30 minutes, maybe a little bit, a lot.
Yes, at the lunch I see 1 hour.
Okay, around an hour.
Around, yes.
All right. So when we are not sure of the exact time, we can say around. And approximately.
Teacher, in la palabra máximo se usa en English?
Yes, maybe. How much do you want to say? How many minutes?
Por ejemplo, máximo 1 hora.
Okay, we can say 1 hour tops.
Tops.
No more than that.
Okay. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, let's see number 3. Can you?
Do you read news on social media? Where? Yes, I followed. ¿Qué se llamaría? Páginas, como digo, páginas de noticias.
News pages or news accounts, maybe. Where do you watch or where do you read the news?
For example, in Facebook, I read El Deber.
All right. So news, yes, it could be a page, or it could be
Okay.
account, news account, no, like in general. You can
Okay.
go, for example, and then you can mention them.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm,
And what about YouTube? Do you ever watch news on YouTube?
not really.
Not
I
really. All right.
I use YouTube for watch other videos.
Okay, to watch other videos. So, do you use other social media besides Facebook to read the news or to check the news?
Mm, no, only Facebook.
No. Great. And how often do you read the news on social media? How often?
Every day, every time when I in, I would
Okay,
say
every time
entra.
you log in.
Okay, when I log in, me aparecen, ¿cómo sería?
Yes, anything related to, remember, I get,
I get,
I don't know, news, anything. I get the news. No, you get, or maybe a little bit more formal, it appears.
okay.
No,
It
aparece.
appears.
All right. Let's see the next question. Number 4, please.
Do you check the source of the news you are looking for?
For example, if you are looking about, I don't know, maybe vaccines. Maybe you need to get the COVID vaccine and you go and check on Google vaccines for the COVID, Santa Cruz, Bolivia. Do you check the source? Do you understand what means source?
I understand the question, but no, I don't remember exactly what means source.
Source. So it's
Source.
la fuente, for example.
Mhm.
Sometimes it could be, I don't know, Los Tiempos, Opinión, El Deber, right? And sometimes the source could be any page. No, it could be, I don't know, anything. Do you usually check the source of the news? Or
Depends of the new. Sometime.
it depends of the news?
Yes, if the new really interests me. Interesting.
Interests you?
Yes,
You do. You check the source. All right.
I do. Yeah.
Awesome. Number 5, please.
What was the last story you heard or read in the news? I don't remember. Can be the new restrictions, or how I say restricciones.
Right. Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct.
So
Okay.
the restriction, yes.
In my city.
All right, great. So, so do you have any new restriction in Santa Cruz?
Yes, the time we can out
Go
in
out
the night. Yes, go out at the night.
at night. Okay, it changes.
Yes, now is how I say hasta?
Until.
Okay. Now is until 12 p.m. or 12 a.m.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, o hay una forma de decir medianoche exactamente en inglés.
Midnight.
Midnight.
So you can say until midnight. We can
Okay.
go out until midnight.
Okay. We can go out until midnight. Okay.
Midnight and the middle of the day, not 12 p.m. is noon.
No, in the
12 p.m. is midnight and 12 p.m. is noon.
no. Okay.
So at noon is like usually time for lunch, no? Lunchtime.
Mediodía.
Or midnight. Exactly. Yes. No.
Okay.
All right. Great. Any questions related with the video? Maybe a word, something that you don't understand, something that was clear.
No, I understand.
All right, great. So let me run today's polls for the call. If you give me just 1 second. All right, I'm launching it. Can you see it?
Yes.
All right, great. So I'm going to share the link through the chat. So in case that you would like to check a little bit about this, because you can always read a little bit more, right? In case you're interested in the topic, you can always, you can always read a little bit more, no?
Yes.
But remember, you need to use your account, no? To think a little quiz, and then if you want to read a little bit about the topic. All right, so thank you very much, Larissa.
Okay, teacher.
That was all for today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you
See you.
tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.